And we have
Michelle, are you ready? We're
Greg
waiting
here.
on you.
Yeah, it's Michelle.
Slimy.
we
We
got
are so slimy.
we got Greg and maybe John today. Actually, I love the episode title, Mike. Greg and maybe John. I think we just got a message that John's not going to show up today, but it's all good because we got Greg in the house. Half of
What's
Team
up?
Yellow.
What's up, peeps? What's up, peeps? Thanks for
How you
having me.
doing? Man? Thanks for having us. Thanks for being on with us, man. You are a stander-upper when you do these things. So why do you stand up when you do your podcast?
Yeah, man, I don't know. It's just you're more mobile when you do it. You know, like when you're sitting down, you feel a little bit more confined. When you're standing up, you kind of you got some depth going on. You can go front, you can go backward, you can kind of fidget a little bit, like pull up the
I
pants.
think he's gonna dance for us today.
Well, his brother John got some moves though. That
He got
was
some
really
moves.
good. That was really good. But I gotta be real with you, Greg. You guys were not the top team or couple this episode. You know, you gotta give it to Corey, Rob and Corey. They killed it this episode, and Greg and John wasn't even second place for the next best couple because that has to be Corey and Anime.
Oh,
That's right. Power
We'll
couple
get back
number one.
We'll get
Power
back to
couple.
Yeah, that's right. This episode is titled "Love at First Roadblock." That was a beautiful love scene. We will see. Vicky, thanks for being on with us. We just
I didn't even think anybody was gonna be
for
on.
real. We just posted this like seconds ago.
We have 6 people.
Oh my god! Thank you guys for being
Nine.
on.
We're nine.
Honestly.
We're nine.
Oh, it's insane. Like we try to do it every Monday night. It's been a crazy week. We're about to go to New York. Michelle and I are about to go to New York. We're about to go meet up Greg. Mike, once again, he has 4 kids. We'll always bring up the number of children he has. And he's also going to New York.
I'm going to DC tomorrow. Then
Yeah.
I work on Wednesday in the morning. Then I drive to New York so I can hang out with you guys.
Yes.
Then I'm going to San Antonio. Then I'm coming back home.
hey, we appreciate it, man. We appreciate
Busy
Welcome
man,
to the
yeah.
crazy life.
Yes,
Crazy
yes.
life.
Greg, congrats on Final 3. How do you feel, man?
Thanks, man. No, we feel good. Hey, Johnny.
I
There he
love
is.
it.
Yeah, we feel good, and it's funny because Johnny and I were talking in our hotel rooms, like right before we made, or like right when we made Final Four. You know, Phil was like, "Congrats, you guys made Final Four! Like this is so exciting." Johnny and I were like, "We're not there yet. Like the Final Four, that's not the Final 3." So actually being able to get into the Final 3, it was one of the first legs since the very beginning where we were like, we don't care about first, we don't care about second to last, we don't care. We just all we care about is just making it to the last one. So as long as we made it to the last one, we were happy. So we were feeling amped.
Hey, you guys did a little sneak attack because you were so calm. You were going like low at first at the beginning, and all of a sudden 4 wins. How did it feel to get 4 wins? Because I give it to you. We only had 3.
Oh, hey, that's
We got close, but
yeah.
Hey, they might have 5. We don't know yet. They might have 5.
Yeah, who knows? Yeah, who was it? Corey, after the race, he was like, "Oh, did you guys do that on purpose? Like, did you guys kind of sandbag at the beginning? Because we knew that the
U-turn.
Yeah, the U-turn was going to happen. And it was going to be a voted U-turn. So he thought we did it on purpose, but it just worked out really well, especially with Steven and Lee, because Steven and Lee were going really hot at the beginning. And so everyone wanted to U-turn them, which really helped us kind of shoot up to the front. So everything just worked out in our favor with the whole 4 wins.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
You guys, I feel like you guys are in the same spot we were in the finale because, you know, we weren't the underdogs. And I feel like a lot of people root for the underdogs, right? So in my season, it was Emily and Molly that were the team that were very, very rooted for, like Rob and Corey. And then you have Joel and Garrett. For some reason, people always root for the underdogs. You guys are not the underdogs. You're not. So in our season, I feel like we were third place in most rooted for out of 3 teams. But
more than the sisters.
I think no, the sisters. The sisters were for sure most rooted for, and then you had
Derek and
Claire who had Big Brother Army. You know, so
That's true.
I don't think we were definitely not the most rooted for, and it's okay. it's okay. I'll take that. And you guys are kicking ass. And I even see your brother John talking some smack at the end of the episode.
Saw that.
I love that.
Where was he talking smack? Where was?
Here's the thing, Greg. I thought you guys were gonna be.
Hold on, Mike. He said this. He said, "Oh, the other teams we got 4 first places. The other team only got 1. That's real cute." And I was like,
I forgot about that. Love it.
It's crazy because at first, when I saw your interview at the very beginning of the race of everybody, I was like, I like those guys, but I feel like they're so calm. I don't see like the crazy competitiveness. And then the way you guys are is you're just good without being over the top. You know what I'm saying? And I love to see it. And then now that it's the finale coming up and then John comes out like that, I'm like, ooh, there we go. I like it.
Yeah, little dog in it. Yeah. Yeah, I said that same thing. I was like, okay, talk that talk, John. Yeah. No, but it's crazy. Yeah, I mean, I was actually in Memphis the other day and I thought about you all's finale. Because it was in what, Nashville, right?
We were
Nashville,
or not yet. We were in Nashville.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that was a good finale. You guys had a good
I see you going in the Heights. I saw some pictures. You're gonna be doing some Heights now.
Yeah, which is crazy because they asked us that, you all know, like they asked us what's your biggest fears, like what are you scared of, all this other stuff. And my number one fear was heights, like hands down. Johnny was, like the slide massive stuff, and my stuff was heights by far. I don't know. I feel like we did a good amount of height stuff this season. Like we started off with the Biltmore going up. That was pretty chill. We went skydiving.
I mean, you can't get more higher than that. Literally.
Both of you too, not just one of you.
Yeah.
And then it's funny, this past episode, they cut out a challenge. They cut out this one challenge where we had to like rappel down the stadium. As soon as we got to that stadium where we did the hurling, the first thing we had to do was like run to the top and then like rappel down.
Oh, really?
And that was one of the scariest ones by far. But yeah, they cut it out.
So
I'm surprised because it's an hour and a half.
Why would they
episode.
add rappelling to a sports? Like it doesn't like go hand in hand together.
Yeah, it
Maybe
doesn't.
that's why they cut it out. Maybe that's why they cut it out.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But I would have never noticed that you were afraid of heights. I still haven't seen that at all.
I think I'm changing my opinion on me being scared. I mentioned my friend and I signed up to go skydiving like next summer. Like,
Yes. I
That's
love
awesome,
it.
dude. That's
I gotta
awesome.
take you skydiving.
I still haven't been skydiving.
Yeah.
She's done it.
Me
Have you done
neither.
it twice?
No, just once.
Me and you, Mike. We'll do it together.
I don't know. I'm terrified, dude.
Really? Of all
Oh,
heights,
yeah.
Mike?
Michelle could tell you a story at Blizzard Beach one year, and it was bad.
You didn't go down the slide.
Oh my god, I
Tell me-
forgot about
don't-
that.
That can't be. No.
It was so bad.
You
It
didn't
was
go down the
bad.
slide, Mike?
We kept
I
going down the
did.
slide
I
and we
did.
kept screaming, Mike, Mike, Mike.
It was like 45 minutes where I was the next person in line, and I kept letting people through. It was just like next. And then Bernie was with me, and she was like, "Come on, we could do this every time." And I'd like sit down, and I'd be like, "Okay, I could, I could calm down." And I just
And then people would come down and they would speak to
I
like
had
their
a
family,
crowd.
and they would be like, "Yeah, there's a guy up there, Mike. He's not coming down. There's no way. He's
They were
not
making
making
bets.
it down."
you do you remember in what was in The Big Short where they were talking at the explanation about the bets and then the side bets and then the side bets of the side bets, and that's what they were doing, seeing if I was gonna come down or not, you know?
That's funny. So let's talk about a flashback real fast of The Amazing Race, because there was an episode, I forgot what season it was. It was the first season of the Globetrotters. I know that they were on that season, but a girl couldn't go down the water slide.
That's right.
Oh yes.
So, Mike, could you have gone down that water slide?
Oh, but I feel like it's different. I feel like if it's a competition,
For $1
right,
million?
and it's $1 million and it's cameras and it's like the pressure and it's like I'll just go. You know what I mean?
I know we're
it's
going off
different,
topic,
you know?
but we
I know.
always do this on our chat. But Greg, have you seen that episode of the water slide where the girl couldn't go down a water slide?
I don't think I have. The biggest one that I remember was actually you guys season was Derek and Claire. I think when Claire, was it Claire who like just broke down?
Oh, she broke down.
Yeah.
with the
Yeah,
thing?
and then I saw her in the bathroom. I said this on another podcast that we had, and I'm like, Claire, don't you feel amazing? Don't you feel like you overcame your fear and you feel great? She's like, no, I'm not a better person. I'm not a better person at heights. I hated it. I never want to do it again. And no.
Classic Claire. So Greg, that episode, it was really funny because the Globetrotters were super behind. and this girl just did not. If
Here,
somebody
I'm pulling
could,
it up. I'm pulling it up.
give me her name, give me the team's name.
Mika. It's season 15.
Mika. So Mika could
Mika
go down
cannot,
the slide
yeah.
at all, and she was, and teams would just pass,
Mika,
would just
yeah.
pass them, and then oh my god, it's right there, right here.
Take a breath. You're freaking yourself out.
That was me.
Michael has PTSD looking at this.
No,
It's a water slide. It doesn't look that bad.
That was me.
Look at her with her floaties.
With her floaties on,
No.
dude. How can you? And that
Oh,
and
that's
they were a
right.
very Christian couple. They were James though, and they were very into the religion, and it made him look so bad because he was about to grab her and just throw his girlfriend off the water slide. I'm like, dude, you gotta
Say the
calm
part about
down.
the Globetrotters.
So the Globetrotters, they thought they were out, and they get there, and Mika hasn't gone down the slide yet, and they have when another team gets there, they have 3 minutes to go down the slide. And the Globetrotters were like, Big Easy and Fly Time were like, I wouldn't do that. That's dangerous. You got it. Nope, I wouldn't do that. And the guy's like, come on, guys, come on. Look at this. If you're scared, come on back.
Step aside.
Yep. She's like, all right, fine.
and look how fast they go down now.
Oh my
It's
god.
so good.
All
This is exactly what happened like 20 years ago
Okay.
at Blizzard Beach with
All
us.
right, we lost track, but we always do that on
I
this
know.
podcast. Welcome to our podcast, Greg. Oh my God, Greg. All right. So, Greg, all right. Tell me, I want to know more. What does Reed say?
Should have been so
Should have been
roasted.
roasted.
If she would have had social media, forget about it. Forget about it. All right, Greg and John.
Greg
I
and
mean,
John.
mine is John. Greg, tell me more about you and your brother, like how you guys were raised, what type of relationship you guys had growing up, and all that.
Yeah,
Tell me
I mean,
more.
Yeah, we had a good relationship. So we shared a bed, or we shared a bedroom pretty much like our entire childhood from like when we were kids all the way up until he left for college. And we shared a bunk bed. So he always had the top bunk bed. I was always on the bottom bunk bed. So I feel like we got a lot of our fighting out pretty early. Like we would fight a good amount when we were 10, 11 about the most stupid things, like who would turn the lights, or like who would go downstairs and get us food, like just about the most silly things. And we kind of talk about it on the show a little bit. We know exactly, which I'm sure you guys do with all your partners, brothers, siblings, mothers, everything like that. But you know exactly what can tick them off, and you know exactly what to say to kind of get under their skin.
100%.
So it almost feels like a superpower, right? So on the race, we were like, okay, just don't use any of those tools, right? Like I know what gets him mad. I know what gets him going. I know what excites him too. And so only use the stuff that is positive and can kind of push us towards the race.
I love that.
Yeah, we had a good childhood. We were really close the entire time.
What's your age difference? Because I saw in a clip you were talking about how much he inspired you and you wanted to do the race and show him so many things that you can do as well. I really liked that part when I saw it this past episode.
Yeah, that was kind of our big thing, because Johnny is 2 years older than me. And so it kind of felt like, throughout, because we went to the same middle school, then we went to the same high school. And then during college, I kind of decided to do my own thing just because I didn't necessarily want to be in the shadow much anymore. But it was definitely one of those classic older brother, younger brother things where Johnny was really good at so many different things, like good at track and really smart, and like everyone liked him. And there was me who was I was still doing my own little thing, but
I feel you, Greg.
We have no
you.
idea what that feels like. We don't know what that feels like. No,
I was always Mike's little sister, always.
2 years, Michelle and I.
So you were the.
I was
I'm the
one,
younger
yeah.
one, yeah.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
Mike's little sister, younger, 2 years. I gotcha.
So Greg, how many times have you guys applied before to the race, and what made you guys apply this time around?
We didn't apply at all. This was the first time that we applied to the race,
nice.
and it was good luck too, because Johnny's girlfriend was really into The Amazing Race, and I don't want to not plug The Amazing Race, but I loved Survivor to begin with. Like that was my OG go-to show. I was obsessed with Survivor. And then she showed me The Amazing Race, Johnny's girlfriend. She showed us The Amazing Race, and I saw 2 episodes. And I was like, this is probably one, more our speed, and 2, something I think that we'd be really good at. Because Johnny and I, we've also traveled to just everywhere together. Like we've been to China together.
That's
That's awesome.
Yeah, we've been.
You don't think you do well in Survivor?
I think we would do well in Survivor, except I mean it's harder. Like Survivor is just really harder. The Amazing Race, if you told me there was no prize at the end, I would still do it again.
Totally.
Like, yeah. Survivor, you'd have to pay me. Survivor, I would have to have.
Agreed.
Very good point. Very good point. All right, so let's get into this episode, Greg. You guys, for the first time, I see you guys have some navigation trouble. So it was when you guys had to get to the I didn't write it down. I'm pretty sure it was when you guys had to get to the theater, right? For the first roadblock. That's when you guys had some navigation trouble, right? Tell us about that. What happened there?
Yeah, I mean you're right. That was definitely the most lost that we have gotten the entire race.
Because you've gotten lost before, just not because I feel like everybody on the Amazing Race gets lost, but it's how fast you got to fix it. So you guys have been lost before, right? But that's the most you've been lost, right?
We've been lost, but our number one thing, and I'm sure you guys know too, is that we never got lost too bad in the wrong direction, right? Like if we thought that we weren't going the right direction, we'd course correct really quickly. Yes. This was the first time where we were going the wrong direction for like 20 minutes or so. Like we weren't even going the right way. And it was kind of nice a little bit too, because I don't know if you saw in the episode, but Steven and Lee were like right behind us. They decided to kind of just follow and like behind our tail. And so we didn't feel too stressed, only because Steven and Lee were also lost. Like we were all lost together, and we knew, okay, as long as they're behind us, like we still have a shot to not be in the race or to be in the race.
But your brother at some point says he was 100% sure where he was going.
Yeah.
I tried texting Annalie because I really wanted to know what made her stop following you guys and get directions, because she don't want to lose you guys just to still stay in the game.
Yeah, I mean, it was a smart move. One, they got there before we did. So like when they peeled off, they were able to kind of get there before we did. And 2, maybe she was just like, man, these guys don't know where they're going.
And props to you guys, because once again, it's like you guys were lost. John said, hey, sorry. You were just like, all good. and you moved on. It shows what a great team you guys are.
That makes for awful TV, Lewis. Awful TV. We need more fights. We need
and
more
to be honest, that's why that's why we weren't rooted for that much. I feel like, because we were just a happy-go-lucky team, and I know my wife too well. Like I know if I start yelling, if I start getting more stressed, she's gonna break down and cry. Like she will just break down. And first of all, I don't want to see her cry. And second, like I know what's best to win the race. I got to stay calm, stay cool, and so she could perform well. And I feel like you guys are like the same. Like you guys are cool like the whole time.
Yeah, that's true. But to Mike's point, my favorite team to watch was Morgan
Alina.
I loved even in the race, because they're fun in the race too, and it was like it really is like cat and what do they say, oil and water.
Yes.
At that first episode party, it was still the same there too.
Well, were they fighting there?
Yeah, they were. It was
like
fun.
live, or you mean the episode?
No, at the bar. When we were at the bar. Yeah.
I know.
They're great, but it's like they're sisters. It's like it's their love, right? Like it's not like angry or something. It's just great.
Yeah,
it's the way they communicate. Yeah.
Exactly. That's the way they communicate.
And you're so right, Greg. Like you're so right about it just being so entertaining, man. It is so entertaining, but it's not the best racing. It depends on your team. Depends on your style.
Yeah,
and it depends. I feel like some people go into the race for different reasons too. Like some people do it to like work on their relationship. Some people do it like just to have fun. John and I, we were in it for $1 million. We were like, what? Like we are not gonna like 100%. Fighting does not get us towards the $1 million. So.
Can we? Yeah. Can we put a poll up, Mike?
Yep.
Let's do a poll. A real simple finale poll. Okay. Who do you think is gonna win the Amazing Race?
Oh, okay.
That's it. And can you put those 3 teams? Let's get our audience involved. We got 24 people here. Thank you, everybody, for being on with us. All right. So we've talked about your navigation.
Were you provided with maps every time you had to self-drive?
Yeah, Johnny and I were talking about that. I'm curious if you guys did, because we actually never got maps The only time we got a map was this past episode. Like when we got into the car, there just happened to be a map there. And we were like, oh, this is nice. But I don't know if that was
we got a map every single episode. But we were self-driving all the time.
You didn't get a map the other time you were self-driving?
No, because we were because in Slovenia we didn't get a map. And then Stockholm? No, we didn't. Yeah, I think it's just Slovenia. Yeah, Slovenia, I don't think we got a map.
Okay.
But yeah, that's nice that y'all got maps. But I think also that was like the only way you guys really got around was driving. You guys drive.
We were driving the whole time.
Yeah.
And every time we would get a map, each one of them was completely different. So even if you studied one map, you would go and get another one, and it was either zoomed in or it was a tourist map. So it was a challenge every time. But
yeah. In Ireland, I don't know. At least Dublin, the streets were so tiny and they were so small, and like there were a bunch of one ways. And if you went down a one way, you'd have to take like 10 minutes to go back the other way. So in that city was a nice.
How was it being on the other side?
And stick shift on the other side.
Yeah.
Oh, so weird. I mean, people keep asking me that, and like you learn to do it. I had a stick shift car in college, so I had a stick shift for like 2 years. So the stick shift part, I got down, right? Like I know how to drive a stick shift really well. But even without the stick shift, it's just driving on. Doing it with your left. Like the hardest part is just the driving on the right side of the road. Like the left-hand stick shift, you can kind of start to figure out. But making those left-hand, like those left turns, you don't know how much room you have on your left side, right? Because you're used to being able to kind of adjust with different sizes.
Did you ever go the opposite way, or go on the opposite side of the road by accident?
Yeah, there were a few times where we like tried to take a left, and we were like, nope.
Nope.
That happened to me in the
poll is up. Check the chat and make sure to vote.
Yes. That happened to me in the Bahamas. In the Bahamas, we were on some scooters, and over there, it's on the left side of the road. And we had some friends who were just like, get on the other side of the road, you're gonna crash. And yeah, luckily everybody was good. I did crash my moped. Well, we won't get deep into that because Michelle always makes fun of me every time I bring up Bahamas.
Oh, I jumped off of it.
She jumped off and left me crash.
And you ran into a wall.
by myself. But yeah. So today we, unfortunately, Michelle will not have her segment.
Sorry, guys.
She does not have her memory card today.
I don't.
All right. She's going to get a deduction in pay today. So that's
worth it then.
But it's okay. But it's okay.
But what I did want to see if anybody wants to write in the chat is I want to do something creative at the finale since we'll be there in New York with the contestants and everything. So I don't know if you guys have any suggestions or something fun that we could do while being at the finale.
I got a lot of ideas. I think it's going to be a way different podcast.
Yeah.
A way different episode for our finale episode. I think we're going to have a lot of interviews with the teams. We're going to talk to all the teams. I feel like we could get some behind the scene footages of just everybody watching the race. And I think it's going to be a very cool episode. I think today is going to be the last day for Mine is Racing, Mike. Mine is Racing.
So. Yeah.
I think it's going to be the last. I'm not going to bring back these same segments next season. I think we should switch it up. Think of something new.
I agree. We got to
think of something different. So I think this is going to be the last one.
So does that mean it's coming up right now?
Drop it, Mike. I think it's time for Mama.
You gotta do the Irish dance.
The river dance.
Last time for Mama's Racing!
Why? Oh my god, if this sticks on me, it smells horrible! Louis, cologne!
Oh, okay. We're having a dance off, Louis. This season, we're in the finale party. We do a dance off. What do you think?
Yes, we definitely got to do a dance off.
We do a dance off. Love that.
Is this gonna stain our couch?
Maybe. I'm gonna be cleaning it while your mind is racing.
Thank you, Mr. Nunez. That's a great idea. Time for a segment called My Mind is Racing. All right, Craig, it's time for you to choose a topic. I got 3 topics today, and I'm going to go ahead and replug my headphones because I can't hear anything. And now, here are the 3 topics, Greg. So basically, I have fun titles for these 3 topics, and you just pick one. First topic, music, Mike. Can't wait for next season where we have new music and everything. First topic.
Maybe we'll be prepared by then.
First topic. Oh no, that doesn't make sense. Next topic. Ooh.
I'm still cleaning.
The last topic. How do you like your eggs?
Ooh. I would say scrambled, onions and tomatoes.
All right, great. Let's go ahead and pick a topic. Oh, my mind is racing. Oh no, that doesn't make sense. Ooh. Or how do you like your eggs?
I am way too intrigued by.
Guys, Anime and Corey follow each other on Instagram.
Yes.
This, guys, oh my god, this is love.
I love the internet.
Thank you.
I love whoever found that out.
I found out first through Reddit. Oh, thank you, Redditors.
Thank you, stalkers.
Yes, it turns out they follow each other on Instagram. My boy.
So quick question.
Mhm.
Did he find anime or did anime find
They
It'd be spicier if he found anime. 'Cause anime can find him.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So if he found her, that's a whole romance right there.
Very good point, man. They'll make such beautiful babies.
For real.
Dude, this
That
is
was
imagine.
cute.
Imagine, Mom, Dad, how did you guys meet? On the
No.
amazing race.
Gina just wrote, I heard anime is married.
Bull crap!
Oh,
I stalked her. She doesn't have
no.
any pictures of her husband.
Reddit's gotta do his
Why are you
thing.
stalking
Reddit's gotta
another woman?
It was for content, babe.
This is for research.
do research purposes.
What did you say, Greg? Before that?
No, yeah. I feel like Reddit's got to do its thing. Reddit will find out if she's got a wife or not.
No, but what? I thought she was single.
She's supposedly married to a dancer.
Oh man! All right.
But she could be married
Lewis is
to an
gonna be
amazing
sad.
racer.
Yeah,
Oh.
well, I mean, all of my friends are going to be very disappointed because I've gotten so many requests for me to set them up with Corey. It's like, oh
He's
my,
a cutie.
and he lives in because he's in New York with me. We hang out a good amount, and so like he's
Oh, nice.
like my friends and everything, and everyone's like, dang.
All right.
I didn't know he lives in New York.
All right. So we had Justin Sheeman on last episode, and he said something about Corey that I'm not gonna repeat, that I don't agree with. Something funny, nothing too bad. And it shows this episode that my boy got game, dude. My boy Corey was just smiling, giving her that look. That was
the hair going back.
oh, that's my boy. So that reminds me as well, because we had, babe, you're still cleaning.
Yes.
All right. So that reminds me, we also had like we also followed some people that we met during the race. One, she was our instructor,
That was funny.
Sarah.
We were like, follow us on Instagram.
I was
Let's
like,
show
dude,
Virgos.
I was
Let's
like,
go.
she was such a great teacher for us in Jordan, right? And I was like, Sarah, do you know Pitbull? What? Do you know Pitbull? Yeah, she's a dancer for Pitbull. Follow us. Bye. Yeah, and also the model that we put the clothes on in Spain.
Oh, yeah.
In Spain.
She followed us. She was
Yeah.
super nice. Do you guys follow? Do you guys keep in touch with any extras on the race by any chance?
That's a good question. I mean, some of the crew maybe, like maybe a PA or two. That's a good question. No, I don't think we keep in touch with pretty much any of them.
Yeah.
I never did any of the ones where you had to like get taught something.
Mhm.
Other than this past episode where I had to like learn the hurling or whatever. But
Yeah.
you know, like when Johnny had to learn the dance on the head in India and everything, like that
Yeah.
seemed like a time where you can like really get in contact and fall in love with your instructor.
Who's the better dancer, you or John?
Ah man, honestly, I would have said me before this race. Like I took dancing classes before this. Like I
Yes.
like college. I danced I was in an a cappella group, so we did like a lot of dancing in college and stuff. So I could bust a move, but Johnny killed it, man.
John killed it. Corey did very well.
I don't know.
As
I would
well.
see. Every time I see you guys race, you remind me like if you were to be both of you can be on Broadway, like with the singing, the instruments. I feel like a little bit of everything.
Yeah, we love Broadway. And someone on Reddit, they were like, my mom felt so seen. Someone on Reddit was like, shout out to Greg and John's mom for driving them to soccer practice and French class. And she was like, thank you for saying that.
Oh man, and you're French. That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you play as much instruments as John did?
Yeah, well, we both did piano, and then I play guitar now, and then I sing. Singing's kind of my big thing. But I'm trying to start a band in New York. So
nice.
What?
Can we get a little slimy?
A little slimy. That was a Dave original, which I don't know if you guys knew. I'm sure you did, but you can't actually sing any actual songs.
Yeah, copyright. Yeah,
because of copyright. Yeah, and so Johnny and I hummed all the time, and Johnny kind of makes up little songs and stuff just for fun. And I'm glad that they were able to get one on there.
Yeah, we couldn't. We were singing so many copyrighted songs. It was just,
but
I was surprised we didn't get copyright strike by when we were singing "Slimy." You know that
we didn't get copyrighted strike from Mariah Carey last week.
Know.
Dude, we played like half a Mariah Carey song. Greg is like, why would you guys do that?
That's our podcast, bro.
Maybe you gotta go watch and find out for yourself. Why do we play Mariah Carey?
Everyone go watch. Was it All for Christmas Is You?
Say it again.
No.
Was it All for Christmas Is You? Oh no.
Justin is actually a dancer with Dance with Mariah Carey. That's why Justin from Racers Recap.
Yeah.
Like Justin from the whatever 5 wins?
from the race, yeah.
No,
Justin Sheehan, yes.
Yeah.
He was a pretty good dancer, so we saw his music video. But now let's go back to My Mind Is Racing. Mike, music, please.
Happens every time. No. Look, it stains. Look, it stains.
That leaves 2 topics. It does stain.
Yes. I'm gonna go
You
get
got
a paper
that
towel.
Dollar General silly string?
It was from Amazon. I told Michelle I bought silly string to prank somebody at the station. It was for her. All right. So we had 2 topics left for my boy Greg. We have, oh no, that doesn't make sense. And how do you like your eggs? Greg, what do you want to talk about?
Let's do how you like your egg.
Breakfast time. All right. So, Greg, you can't answer this because I don't want you to get in trouble. Because next week's episode title is, where is it? Seattle Scramble Finale? Are we seeing some scrambled eggs next week? We did horrible on our scramble. As a matter of fact, we got 10th place in episode 1 in the first scramble of Amazing Race history.
That was horrible.
And a scramble, if you guys don't know out there, is pretty much they give you the three locations. You got to pick whichever order you want to do, and you just go. And what happened with us was, I want to say unlucky because we didn't get so lost. So if anybody out there wants to go on Amazing Race in the future and they get a scramble, here's what you got to do. Here's some Amazing Race advice with your boy Louis. So number 1, obviously, when you get those locations for a scramble, come here. Yeah. When you get those locations for a scramble, you have to obviously get the 3 locations and get them on a map. Now, make sure you have a pen that writes correctly, because one of our pens that did not work writing on the street, and
cobblestone.
Yeah, and we couldn't see one location at one point. So, and it messed up our order. But anyways, in a scramble, you also don't know where the final pit stop is. So sometimes it's lucky. So what happened with us, the next thing you have to do after you get your 3 locations, you circle it correctly, you have to ask the person, what is the best traffic pattern to go to all these 3 locations? Because what happened to us is that we didn't get so lost. It wasn't that. Yeah, you see us our first episode, we struggled with that saw. That was probably the worst fight that we had, episode 1. But what really messed us up was that we did it in the worst order possible when it came to traffic patterns.
Yeah.
So we went pretty much back into the city. We went out and back in. And to get back, it was the worst streets with the worst traffic. When we got to the pit stop, I started counting cars. When I got to the pit stop, I felt fine. We felt good. We did get lost at the end there for about 20 minutes. But I was like, that's the most, 20 minutes on the Amazing Race ain't too bad. We're not going to be last for that. Then when we got to the pit stop, I started counting cars. And I was like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I just stopped counting because in my soul, Greg, I thought we were last. And I'm just like, there's no way. I'm never going to let this go. I'm going to be last on the first episode. We get to the pit stop. Phil tells us we're team number 10 out of 12. We feel like shit. But yes, that's my scramble advice. Greg, you can't say anything. Nope. Don't say anything.
I mean, if it is a scramble for the finale, the producers are messed up.
That's pressure,
They
baby.
probably love seeing all of our teams go crazy with the scramble, and they were like, you know what? Next season, let's do it at the end.
Oh, and you guys are at night, right? I think you could answer that. It's at nighttime most of the time, right?
No, it's because
Their finale.
no.
I think I saw mostly night pictures on their.
I saw them in the
their
roof
IG.
on daytime.
Oh, so maybe it started in the day like us. You have a bunch of silly string in your hair.
I wonder why.
So, but yeah, nighttime is also really cool for a finale leg. I think.
Nighttime is pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know. I honestly haven't seen the like the promo for next week, so I don't know exactly what they showed. But yeah, I mean, it's a good episode. It's gonna be a good.
I can't wait to watch it with you guys in person, dude. It's gonna be so
I know that's the best part. We're gonna be looking at your faces, your reactions. You got to really take in the moment. I say it's kind of like a wedding. It happens so fast and such a nice place to have everyone together for your finale for something that you work so hard for. So,
but
you gotta take it in.
Moving on, we're tight on time. Greg has a question.
Okay. Let's go. Moving on.
Okay, moving on. Last topic. Last topic is. Oh no, that doesn't make sense. My boy, Stevie. Oh, my Texas papa. Steve and Annalie, you guys said some stuff that made me laugh on a exiting interview, and I was just like, "Come on, Stevie, come on." So Steve, in one of the exit episodes interviews, he said, "If you take navigation out of it, we would have done a lot better." Steve, it's the Amazing Race. You are going from location to location. Taking navigation out of the race is like saying, I'm a great basketball player, except for the whole dribbling part. You can't say that, dude. You can't say that. You guys, Steve and Annalie, at the end of the day, it was navigation that really, really hurt them. They had trouble getting to the theater. They had trouble getting to the field. And that was crucial. We always talk about how important navigation is. And also what just doesn't make sense is, God, how can you not know your roadblock count?
I mean, yeah.
Okay. Can we talk about that?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, you talk about it, Greg.
No, I was shocked by that because Johnny and I were. It like you got to know to the T. I mean, you got to know exactly who's doing. And I was surprised, especially Annalie, who's like really on it with a lot of stuff. She said that she didn't know that the dad was ahead. I'm like, how do you not know that?
Dude, we knew what color shirt Phil was wearing every day, dude.
Greg, were you writing notes down every?
For sure they were.
Every time, like all the names. I mean, you got to. That's
You have to. Because you don't know what it's gonna be. It's so random what the last task is.
Yeah, and that's so true because everyone was like, these challenges, like people don't underestimate how much the challenges mean, right? Like the challenges mean a lot, but it really comes down to navigation. Like if you can't even get to the challenge, then you're gonna have absolutely no shot. A lot of the really good teams, well, even Ryan, like Ryan and Dusty, they were doing really well. Theirs came down to a challenge, but I feel like a lot of times it comes down to just the people getting lost, going to a wrong country, making a wrong turn, just not being able to do it. Yeah, it fell with Stephen and Lee too.
Our note taking was just pristine, and it's just something that you got to do as a racer.
Yeah.
And Michelle would draw pictures like of how the people
That's
look
right.
like in each pit stop.
Nice.
I wish we could show you. We don't have it. We're short on time, but you have to take notes. And knowing the roadblocks, we knew everybody else's roadblock count. Like it really hurt. Like Stephen and Ali had made some mistakes, and at the end of the day, this was the last episode. We knew them, right, Greg, from before?
I don't think I knew that. How do you guys know that?
we met them 5 years ago in a Punta Cana resort, and we kept in touch through IG. When we went to the Amazing Race, she hit us up, like she was so happy, and then when she applied, like we were rooting her on. So yeah, Mike, are you gonna play the video of them dancing again? I think we played that video every episode. It's Michelle and Natalie dancing at a pool.
Just trying to find it.
Yeah, 2018.
Oh my goodness, that is insane. That's so random.
So random. Say it again.
Did you guys know that they were applying?
Well, she said she's applied before, and then she told us we were applying. Obviously, she didn't tell us that she made it because of the whole contract, but we knew she was in the running, so we were rooting her on there. So it's just a small little. There's a video. All right, Mike.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. That's like the 17th flag for that video. So So just to move on to the race. Basically, Stephen and Ali, we were rooting for them. And I do think they have a great chance at making All Stars. I think they're a really good team. They should have had 2 first places. They have 1 first place, and let's hope that they come back.
I'm wondering, because you and your brother are very alike. Well, that's what it seems like. What was your strategy into doing the roadblocks?
Oh, I mean, unless it was like, if your name is Greg, or like this challenge is for your name, Greg. Unless it was completely obvious who was going to do it, then we just had a strategy where we had to, watch the entire time. And we would start a stopwatch, and if it landed on an even number for the milliseconds, then I would do it.
No way.
Like,
okay,
we're pretty, equal in terms of a lot of different activities, and so it didn't really matter, and we didn't want to waste any time trying to decide based off of nothing, especially when it's just like, who wants to eat? It's like, what does that mean?
Yeah. That's interesting, man. Is there not one thing that you're like way better than your brother at, or vice versa?
I think anything with strength, I would do. I think something with directions, he would do. That's why he did the dancing, because it said who wants to get steps in, and I was like, okay, it could be something where you have to go around and like find a bunch of different stuff across the city, and he's better at direction. So I was like, okay, you should handle this one. Nice. Yeah, anything slimy, I would do. That's why I did the Lotus challenge in like episode 2, because he found out that there was like catfish in the water or something. He was like, I can't do catfish. You gotta do it.
Interesting. So that concludes my segment of Mamana's Racing.
Hey.
I just want to touch up on some stuff. Once again, congrats to Rob and Corey. It's their first place win. That's huge. That's awesome. I was rooting for them. I want them to get at least one, because just in case they don't win the finale, they got one. I was hoping because you guys are going to get Expedia points out of this, which you could use wherever, which is great. Is it taxable? I don't know yet, Greg. I don't know. We're going to do our taxes next month. So I'll let you know.
Let me know. Actually, I want to talk to you about that afterwards.
Yes.
You get that 1099 in the mail.
Dude,
you're
all the points are right there in the app. We've used it for so many things. And I'm kind of scared because we're like halfway through our points and we haven't used it for Japan yet.
That's the trip we do want to go to.
Yeah,
Japan.
we definitely want to use it for Japan. So Rob and Corey win a trip, right? They get Expedia points. I was hoping instead of going to Fiji, maybe Corey could have, gone to, I don't know, Ireland to go see somebody special over there. But if she's like married with kids, and I'm just wasting my time.
Now she has kids.
Yeah. I think her kids have kids now. Like it's really impressive at that young age. Other than that, guys, I just want to touch up.
Before you finish up, Lewis, I gotta share with everyone the results of the poll that we had earlier.
Ooh.
This is what the Croquetas think. Who's gonna win?
Okay, how many votes?
35th
It's
season
not
of The
a it's not a
Amazing
big
Race.
sample size, but it's okay.
We've got 11 votes.
Okay.
And Rob and Corey are leading with 6 votes. John and
Can-
Greg, you guys got 3. Joel and Garrett have 2.
I forgot to play that clip of Corey and Anime. Did we play that already? We have to play
didn't.
that. Can we please
No.
play that real fast as we
absolutely.
just kind of like talked about them?
Is it the eyes that they made each other?
Oh my god, so cute! Watch, it's great if whenever
Okay. No, you did amazing. Anime was a fantastic instructor. So helpful, so kind, very like supportive, and she was super cute.
Aww.
The face cover. is the funniest.
This is the only time I want someone to get into voice.
Stop it!
Oh my god.
Michelle, you said the
No.
thing. Moving on. All right. I also want to give a shout out to Joel and Garrett. They had a great episode.
Ray Fletcher!
Ray Fletcher, we will see you in New York, good sir. Ray Fletcher, I am
Thank
buying
you,
you
Ray.
shots, multiple.
You're
All the money he's
all the money he gave you, he's gonna buy shots for.
round of shots, baby. All right. Also, quick shout out to Joe and Garrett. Joe and Garrett, congrats. He should.
Joe is always
See, another person says she's
Yeah.
married.
Joe is
I didn't
always
see that on her IG.
smiling through everything. It's the cutest thing in the world.
They are an amazing team. Once again, they work so well. All these teams are so likable. And Garrett brought up his daughter and his motivation. His daughter with special needs. That was a great moment. And that's pretty much it, guys. Next week.
I'm cutting
we
you
have-
off. We people gotta go. People gotta go.
I have a
So-
quick
Yeah.
question though. Greg, before going on the race, what was your plan for you and your brother? What are you gonna spend $1 million on if you win?
Oh, if we win, I mean, we're pretty fiscally financially responsible people. We would probably just put it away. Like, we would go on a vacation, but now that we have like these two, I don't know exactly what we would do with it. But yeah, I think beforehand, just kind of put it away. Not too much thought behind it. I mean, what was you guys? I'm kind of curious.
Oh man, we had so many goals with us. We wanted to give back to our church. We also wanted to invest into our future. We also are good savers. As a matter of fact, Michelle's a great saver, so we also wanted to invest our money. And the rest is pretty much, just for a bigger home. Just
For family, yeah,
typical
right.
married stuff.
What is that called? I was saying, like, what gift would you give yourself? Like, I know you're putting most of it away, but I think you said you wanted a watch.
Oh, I wanted a Rollie. I don't have a Rolex.
You wanted a Rolex, and I said that I would get a camera. It's for my business, but I wanted
One
another
item,
camera.
Greg. What is it?
That's a good one. The most expensive laptop I can get. Like I'm
Nice.
just using my work laptop for pretty much everything, just because
Yeah.
laptops are so expensive. So if I were to win, I would definitely get a new laptop, just whatever
All right.
the baddest one was.
We better not be walking around with a brand new laptop in New York when we get there. I'll be very suspicious. Hey.
Mike, one thing.
Ah,
What happened?
No,
I would probably.
Oh, you're asking him the same question. Sorry.
Yeah, I would get like a cinema camera, one of those cinema cameras. Probably, but they're pretty expensive.
That's so Mike.
nerds.
Yeah.
We're
Nerd.
both
He's buying cameras. Greg, thank you so much
man.
for your time, dude. I know you got to head out. We actually got to head out too. Everybody watching, thank you so much for watching. Give us some feedback. Everybody that's watching, give us some feedback. Talk to us. Tell us what you enjoy about the episode. Tell us what you don't like about the episode. Do you
Oh my
like
God,
our
there's
style?
40 people in it right now.
40?
Yeah, 41.
How?
Maybe we have to next time actually promote it. So everybody will be here on time. But thanks for watching. Thanks, Greg.
Thank you, Greg.
Me.
Of course, thanks for having me. You guys are super
Oh, I
fun.
forgot to put the loop on. Oh, there it is.
Slimy.
She's so slimy.